Sup Shredders, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands, and welcome to an SP Reviews, where today we have ourselves a track from an act named Dr. Cleen titled Damsel Demure. And if we switch over to here, we have ourselves a track on the screen on Spotify. This is Dr. Cleen with Dearman and Gregory Haberek, and we're going to listen through this track from start till finish, and we're going to hear what we think. Let's go, let's do this. What do we got?
I'm so demure. Oh my god, like, all the guys love me and I can just pick any that I want whenever I want. I'm so demure.
This is the Damsel Demure. This is the Damsel Demure. This is the Damsel Demure. This is the Damsel Demure.
Yeah, no, I wasn't expecting that. I adore that.
Damsel, are you feeling demure? Do you want a nice latte before you shop at a store? You're a little trend follower and I bet you need some more. Oh, stop. Damsel girl, yeah, you're looking so beautiful, but are you really demure? Would you still be bougie if you were living life so poor? Dear damsel, is your soul even that deep? If the truth pisses you off before it ever sets you free, that means you're one step closer to finding your own identity. Coming hard to choke the ego like kinky psychology. Just admit it's how we grow. Now swimming in your mind, where they're finding me.
You haven't found yourself, you surround yourself with everybody else. All you worship is the moon and stars. A twinkle twinkles, all you are. But if my love is more, you find the truth down to your core. In your distress, be my damsel demure.
Like it has been getting lit about that beat bomb slack and fuck it. Go ahead and show me your favorite flavor of sin again. I'm spicing up your life like I'm your favorite cinnamon. Sing once again with me.
Intense bass resonance.
And now kill all of your enemies pretending to be kind, cute and friendly, talking shit behind your back like a snake that they are. I'll burn their fucking grass down. Better to be real first than a TikTok star. Open up your soul and accept all of your scars. I think it's beautiful when you tag team all your flaws. As perfect as a lie, but I'm a shadow worth a try.
You haven't found yourself, you surround yourself with everybody else.
Beautiful harmonies here.
Your worship is the moon and stars. A twinkle twinkles, all you are. But if my love is more, you find the truth down to your core. In your distress, be my damsel demure. You surround yourself with everybody else. All you worship is the moon and stars. A twinkle twinkles, all you are. But if my love is more, you find the truth down to your core. In your distress, be my damsel demure. Mercedes making babies, only fans, titties, baby, walking tall, walking jaw. Too much, I do not smoke. Photo shoots, flower moods, I can make some photos.
Kind of fitting for Halloween, right? And then started perfect sounding. Yeah. I adore that. I think this is a really special song. There's a lot that I appreciate. I'm just going to think about it for a moment, and then we're going to talk about it more in the conclusion. Because welcome to the conclusion of my review of this track from an act named Dr. Cleen with Dearman and Gregory Haberek titled Damsel Demure. What do I think this track's about? I think it starts off with a woman talking about how they can get any guy they want and everything like that. I think the conversation that the rapper and the growly singer, the conversation they're trying to have is one where, yeah, they're accepting that, that they're aware of how the woman has it and how they're trying to behave and how they're trying to act and something like that. And I think that maybe they're trying to sort of incentivize or understand the woman better, and they're trying to sort of communicate either that they understand the truth behind what they're trying to attempt, or that maybe they're trying to communicate sort of the futility of that mindset, or like how it's not a particularly healthy one to have to that woman. Again, like the truth to the core and everything like that. And there's talk about like OnlyFans and stuff and like other elements. So it's kind of making me wonder whether it's like the way that men see these women and a desire for them, and maybe trying to actually talk to the women who are responsible for this, like the woman acting a certain way to get attention, knowing they can get whatever they want, and sort of maybe the zombification due to like the lust from these guys. I'm not quite sure. It's an interesting topic. It was very spooky. It seemed like a Halloween track. Really appreciate the effort put into making this a really diverse experience from the musicians and songwriters involved. You had the track starting with the woman talking about, I'm so demure, etc. And then you have the rapper with a great sense of flow throughout. I appreciate the rhythmic phrasing of it. I like that we kept things relatively sort of like, again, like more of a kind of trying to go along with what the drums were doing, trying to match rhythms there, and that sort of hip hop stick there, which did contrast well, I think, with those really anthemic chorus lines that we had some really gorgeous main melodies there from I think, I'm not sure how many vocalists were there. I could hear a different vocal timbre, so I'm assuming more than one. The leads that we had over top of the chorus with the parallel major was just absolutely wonderful. It was really splendid. And we had some like sort of like call and responses from the rapper in those parts as well. So I think they could clearly sing really well. And it's also just the fact we had these growls and these kind of these just brutal kind of like the ones that make sense in the middle. Like after that intro, we had just a breakdown with the guitars, bass, double kicks, and you also have organs throughout a lot of it for that sort of Halloween aesthetic there, almost like the mass hypnosis of the media and everything like that, and everyone sort of becoming the woman's slaves and stuff like that. That's just what I'm getting from the story, by the way, is what I'm understanding from it, as well as from like the artwork and everything like that. It's not me being sort of like weird about it, but you have all these different vocal styles, and because there are these different ways of communicating with the listener, the story, as well as the feelings that the people have involved, it just makes it more of an interesting listening experience. And I feel like everything they tried to do here made sense within the context of the piece, within the styles presented, and it was definitely really cool to listen to. Like I enjoyed hearing them out. It never became stale. The track itself at 404, with the understanding that I think the story was quite well told, and that the different vocal styles did and niched really neatly with each other and transfer. It's a track where, again, it has that intro where it kind of introduces the demure woman, the Damsel Demure, and then it has the different angles of different people saying different ideas within the chorus and verse sections, has several breakdown sections. There's lots of other little bits and pieces and bits of spice there, including an outro section where there's like a music box and there's all this kind of sort of creepy crawly kind of growly sounds on the other side of the stereo field, and the music box sort of mutates as we go along, almost like there's like a bad ending there, and it's really kind of fascinating. But I think that structurally the transfers between different bits are really clean. The instrumental performances are really tight. Again, I appreciated the organ throughout there, harmonizing really neatly with a lot of the main guitar harmonies, with the chord progressions and stuff like that, but also just providing a sort of a sense of like a spookiness of the situation. That specific organ tone is either used in a lot of sort of like church hymns and stuff like that, or in songs like this, it's like a horror movie soundtrack, or like, it suits the vibe here. And I think it's just not, I don't really hear that organ texture often with heavily distorted guitars or drums or double kicks like that in this combination. So I thought that was quite unique. I think that, we didn't overcomplicate that part. The music box that I mentioned before had arpeggios that suited what was going on with the previous parts of the theme really naturally. The guitar lines there, we had lots of unmuted chug bits there with some alternate picks, sort of tritonal harmonies there. and other parts between transfers. And we had some lovely power chordal and open power chordal and octave parts in other sections there when we needed to be a bit more sort of bombastic and big. And those changes in the dynamics there made the track more full sounding. There was a consistency in regards to the intensity of the loudness of this piece there, where I feel like maybe we had a bit of a resonance in the sub bass, but aside from that, I think even then it's fine. That heaviness it does really kick in, and it is instantly noticeable. And that does further infer a sense of change throughout the track. I think that the bass within this, rolling with the root notes, but also maybe some 808s or something, an additional bass texture there, just occasional, was really stellar. And I think that even though it might have been a bit resonant, it's filled in a niche which was important. There were also some like arpeggiated leadish guitar parts in some of the verse sections, which I've just double checked, and they were definitely there, working with some of the in a similar range to the organ parts that we had in those chorus parts, which I thought was a nice trade-off between those two. And so we made the most of the frequency spectrum with those 6 strings. The drummer with a lot of different kick, snare, and high cymbal grooves there. The double kicks there, really efficient when we needed to have things quick and heavy. Great sense of pace with them without making it seem like we were rushing ourselves. It was very loyal to the set feel and groove of the tempo throughout, but it had enough range there rhythmically to remain interesting. And I liked the fact that some parts, again, were more kick heavy, some parts were more sort of cymbal heavy, just going between the highs and lows like that was really, it was really clever. And so there were fill transfers as well, and just ultimately it was a song where there was a lot happening instrumentally. It was all fascinating, and I think the theme overall, it was endearing in a way that it was very musically sound, but it also was a reminder of the dangers of, I think, what was involved in this track. It wasn't a particularly happy sounding song. You got a feeling of danger from the growls and the more aggressive vocal styles, the distortion that was coming through from the guitars, as well as the tension in some of those arpeggios and the chords. I think that the heaviness of some of those breakdowns meant that there was a kind of a delicate balance we were trying to approach here. And I think, again, the moodiness and the suggestion of that music box kind of becoming more and more distorted and mutated as it went along at the end, as well as the constant sort of spookiness of the organs, created a theme there which was almost more sort of cinematic and theatrical, as well as being a song. And so basically it's just the studio recording, mixing and mastering where I feel as if, I think the leveling was tight. Again, I feel like there could have been a bit of a low-end resonance there, and I might have wanted a bit more dynamic range in certain parts, but I think we wanted a tight mix. So I don't have any complaints about the way that it was handled in that regard. I think the vocals, guitar, bass, drums, organs, and music boxes and the other instruments were well implemented in here. They made sense within their parts of the frequency spectrum. There were few to no resonant frequencies. The things were surrounded you in the headphones, and there was use of panning with different vocal parts and stuff as well to kind of make it more interesting. There was a bit of dynamic range, and it was nice and loud without pumping, so the bus compression and limiting was handled well. I mean, effectively, this is my review of this track from an act named Dr. Cleen with Dearman and Gregory Haberek, titled Damsel Demure, and hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please do go show them some love via their various social medias and their Spotify page, and stay cool and stay safe. Please remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as they need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. And I'll catch you in the next review. Spiderhands out.